Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special video that I'm doing today. So excited, as I always am, y'all know. And welcome to Stacy's Crafty Jam. I, of course, am Stacy, and I was invited by the lovely Rachel with RachandBella Crafts and her mama, Bella. Yeah, I was invited to be a part of this collaboration, this amazing collaboration called Crafting a Garden Story. And yeah, there's featuring Angela Kerr involved in this. What an honor. It always is so much fun doing these collaborations. It stretches me, and I love that, because when you stretch, you grow. Yeah, and I hope that you'll enjoy what I have for you today. I hope that you've been following so far, and if you haven't, there are lots and lots and lots of inspiration. It started on March 15th, and it goes on till April 15th. Yeah, so a whole month, and every day two very talented channels will bring you their inspiration on the prompts that we were given. And yeah, and my day is April the 8th. That's when this video will be out. And I'm with Cheryl's Crafts, who is outstanding. So yeah, I can't wait to see what she's doing. But our prompt for this day is lace belly band blooms. Yeah. And yeah, don't y'all love belly bands? They're so versatile and so amazing, and so many ways to do them. Yeah, and I just want to say I'm very grateful to be a part of this, and thank you to Rachel, to Bella, and to Angela. It's really an honor, and I have been watching the videos up till now. I'm trying to get caught up. And but yeah, there's been so much. And it's we're using the hashtag journal jigsaw because every day each of us bring you a piece of a puzzle that is going to make you a journal. By the end of this, you'll take each person's ideas, and you can craft yourself a garden story journal. So there you go. And the papers we're playing with are oh so pretty, and designed by RachandBella and by Angela. And I'm sure you've seen lots of them. Yeah, this is just I printed, I think, everything, but this is a lot of what I'm going to be playing with. I love these papers a lot. I love the colors, blue and green and yellow, and then I like the whole grunge. Mine each day is going to be something grungy, and then the same prompt done with something shabby. And I chose grungy because I like grunge. Shabby is more my wheelhouse, to be honest. But when I was choosing which one I was going to do, I was like, why don't you stretch yourself and go with the thing that's not as comfortable for you? Because I want to grow. So I'm going to bring you lace belly bands, in a grunge thing. Yeah. And I think that, yeah, grunge, my type of grunge is gonna mix all in there. It's gonna be shabby, it's gonna be grungy. Yeah, and yeah, so what am I gonna do? Belly band. And I was watching Camelia Crafts, who I adore. I don't know when, I guess it was a little while back. Anyway, she did a wraparound belly band, and then she had this writing thing that was under, like you fold out writing spot, and you could go to the left or to the right with it. And I loved that, and I logged it in my memory bank and said, okay, I'm going to do that one day. And then when I was thinking about this project that I'm going to do, I thought, I liked that. I liked it a lot, but I thought, let me take it and do my thing. Do what I do, and yeah. So this is what I come up with. It's a belly band that. See, here's my journal I've got started. This is my signature anyway, and this is one part. This is all the things in it, and this is one part of the belly band, and then you on the other side of the page, hence the wraparound belly band, right? Is this. And of course I got stuff in there. And this is the other half. Now, Camelia did it where it was all right here, just like that. And then the writing spot was underneath this section. And I loved it, but I thought, what if I did it where the belly band actually goes on either side? Now, I'm not going to try to pretend that I invented anything here because I know that it's been done, right? But this is what I'm bringing to you today. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that it inspires you. And yeah, when I first was doing this and working on it, my intention was to glue this side of the belly band here and here, like you would a traditional belly band, right? But I find that it sits on the page just fine. But I may end up gluing this part of the belly band down, and then this part you open up, and yeah, you just open it up, and then you could get to whatever, but you don't have to open it up because let me close it back, because whatever you put in there, I've tested this, and it stays. That was my thing when I was thinking about this. I was like, well, will the stuff stay? But it does. So I put a little this one of the tags from the kit that I just embellished, and then that, and it stays really good. Yeah, well, if I get it in there right. And of course I embellish everything, so my stuff tends to get a little bit thicker and thicker, but it everything should stay and fit in there. But the premise is that this will you'll untie this, and this will flap up and do like that. Yeah. So let's get to it. The papers with RachandBella and Angela, the papers I printed, I'm in the US of A in Texas. And so I printed on the US letter, and I made my journal pages, and this belly band is based on an 8-inch tall page. And then the belly band itself that I did here is 2.5 inches wide. Now you can, there no measurement, really any measurements needed, but I wanted some space to play, so I made mine 2.5 inches wide. But as you can see, it still shows, the paper, your journal page, just fine. But you may want to accommodate yours where it's thinner or wider, all up to you. And I was going to use a file folder, but then I thought, no, not everybody has access to file folders. Here in the US, file folders are everywhere. But I understand that, overseas in UK, and I know Natalie with Line.Arrow, she doesn't have access to the file folders that we do. So I thought, let's not use a file folder. Let's use some supplies that everybody has. So what I did is I just got a piece of cardstock. I liked this green. This one is made with the blue, but I figured, well, let's change it up, and we'll create the one with the green today. Yeah. And but this is the project all away from the page. So I like the whole grunge effect. Used the corrugated because that's kind of grungy. I did some sewing, but sewing isn't necessary. Did some lace and some cheesecloth, layer, lace and whatnot here and here. I happen to have an Etsy shop with my sister called Two Sister Jam. So I have access, and we have beautiful laces and lots of vintage stuff. And I have access to a lot of lace. So yeah, that's what I did, here with the lace, and used it for my shop. Yeah. So let's get started. This page, this cardstock here is 11 inches long, tall, I should say. And I'm going to cut this 2.5 inches wide, because that's I want my belly band to be 2.5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut this 11-inch cardstock 2.5 inches. So did I do that? No, I think I cut 3.5 inches. I need to quit yakking, get to working. Okay, 2.5 inches, Stacy. Now, there we go. So it's 2.5 inches wide, and I've got 11 inches long. That's one. And then I'm going to cut another strip that's 2.5 inches wide. Yep, I did it right this time. So this one is 2.5 inches wide too. But I don't need all of it. What I need is only 4.5 inches of this. So I'm going to cut this one at 4.5 inches. And so that's what I need, is a strip that's 4.5 inches long this way and 2.5 inches this way. And I've got this one that's 11 inches by 2.5 inches. And I'm going to connect these two so that I can make my wraparound belly band. There. Oh, hope all that makes sense. Oh, I always do it the hard and the long way. I don't know why I do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this 4.5 inch long piece to the 11 inch piece. And the reason I did 1/2 inch 4.5 is because I'm going to glue 1/2 inch of this 4.5 inch. I'm going to glue that to my 11 inch so that I can create that continuous base, that basically a base that will wrap around my journal pages or my journal page. So let me glue these two together. And oh, how do you get Stacy quiet? Get her to go to work. All right. And then what I'm left with here is this 11 inch piece, this 11 inch piece here, and then a 4 inch piece. And that will give me my continuous piece, base that I can build my belly band on. And then I'm going to use a scoreboard, but if you don't have a scoreboard, you can just use your ruler and well, I can't get my glue topper on. Lord have mercy. Okay, and that, if you don't have a scoreboard, you can use a ruler and your stylus or your bone folder or something like that. But I'm going to use my little tiny scoreboard, and I'm going to score on the 11 inch piece. I'm going to score it at 3.5. So we're going to score at 3.5 on one end of the whole thing that we've glued together. And that's going to be, let me get my prototype thingy here. That's going to be this flap. So I've done that. And then we're going to do that again on this end. So we're going to score at 3.5 on the other end. There we go. So we're done with that. But if you don't have the scoreboard, no big deal. Just use your ruler and you know, and your stylus or your bone folder or whatever. So I'm gonna burnish this down. And what I have now is my base for the wraparound belly band. Ah, there. That's easy, right? And then we'll cut this to form the things, and we'll do all the things as we go along. But let me check on Stacy and make sure I did this right. Always have to double check myself and make sure that I've got this, that it will fit my page. Yep. And it does. Yay. But of course, you're going to base yours on how tall is your journal page. You know, my journal page is 8 inches tall. So that's how come for these measurements. You do yours to fit your journal page. And that's that. So now it's the decorating and all of that jazz. So what I'm gonna, I want to use some blue ink, and I'm using this. The only blue ink I have is this Close to Heart blue, crystal blue or something, and I like the way it looks on this. Well, I liked it on the blue base that I did for this one, but I like it on this green a lot. And when I grunge something, it's always heavy ink time, which I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna use heavy ink no matter what. Usually, I like the ink. So yeah, and if you're new to Stacy's Crafty Jam, I just want to welcome you. If you've joined me because of the collaboration or wandered in, welcome, welcome. So pleased to have you. And yeah, I'll take this opportunity to see if you would like to see more of what goes on in Stacy Crafty Land. Then yeah, hit subscribe. I'd love to have you. Yeah, we do a lot of fun things around here. All right. Well, I'm just talking while I ink. But yeah, and you don't have to ink it, but if you're gonna grunge it, I personally think grunge looks good with heavy ink myself. Yeah. And yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah, and this collaboration is extremely so many great ideas. I have come away, fraps and scraps, line dot arrow, everybody. And I watched the young lady Klebat from, I guess she's from Germany. Oh, my Lanta. She brought the house down to me. I really enjoyed her video a lot. All right. Yeah, here we are. So we've got this part, and what I did for this one is, now if you don't have an embossing machine, that's all good and fine. You don't have to do that. But I did emboss the pretty papers, and I thought that looked really grungy, So I embossed my pieces that are going to go on my little flaps here, and then let's grunge it a little bit more. And I'm using Vintage Photo. I mean, I was going to use the blue, but I was really trying to go for a really, really good grungy effect, So I'm doing Vintage Photo. And then I like how the embossed picks up that ink so well. I like it. Like it. So pretty. Yeah. And really any embossing folder that you got to be careful, Stacy, now, but that'll be all right. I just tore that a little bit, but it'll be all right because we're gluing it down. You can use any embossing folder, really. You don't have to necessarily have this embossing folder. Or I think the embossing folders I used, one was Tim Holtz, and this one, I don't even know, it's Stampin' Up or something. But any of it is gonna work because look how it picks up that ink. I just love it. And then we're gonna gingerly. I'm like a bull in the china closet, my mama would say. And I'm going to gingerly ink the edges here to give it just a little bit even more grunge. Yeah. And but since I embossed it, the paper likes to be extra fragile. Yeah. But I probably should have laid a piece of cardstock behind this, but I did it. So I'm going to use this one on the top here, and I like that I'm going to be able to see around my piece there. And I'm going to use this one on the bottom. Yep, I like that. Am I though? Yep, I am. Let me get that straight. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna put this down, but to give it even that extra layer of a grunge, I'm going to take this dyed seam binding I happen to have in my stash. Now you could take gauze and coffee dye it or tea dye it, and you'd get this same kind of effect. But I'm going to put some gauze or cheesecloth behind just to add that extra little grunge, and that's what I did on this one here. Is put that cheesecloth behind it. Yeah. So let's do that. And then we'll do that for both of these little pieces here. I'm trying to be very, very careful. I don't want to tear any more of this embossed paper. It's like very, very fragile when you go to emboss it, you know? All right. But I like the way this adds that other layer and element of grunge to it, that stringy effect and whatnot that cheesecloth and or gauze will do to this project or any project really. And but you know it's great for shabby too, you know. Yep. All right. Yeah, I did my nails for the collab. Just special for the collab, but I have been working with Fabri-Tac so much that they're not so great. Oh my goodness. I wanted pretty nails for the collab, but oh well. Fabri-Tac doesn't bode well for a manicure. Never does. All right, so we're gonna put this piece down here, and with that layer of cheesecloth that sticks out and around it, I think it adds that whole grunge vibe, you know. I like it when things dance off the page or the tag or whatever, you know, I'm doing. Yep. And I use Fabri-Tac a lot because I have the opportunity to move my little piece around. I never get something on the first time right. All right, there we go. And then I'll cut around. I'll give this a little haircut because I think I got way too much cheesecloth around it. There we go. And I love all of the fussy cuts and the elements that she has, her and Angela, Rachel and Angela have in this kit, because oh my goodness, it's amazing. And to layer on our tags and in the pages and such. Yeah, I do. Okay, that is gonna get rid of some of that. There we go. Much better. Yeah. There we go. This is a little much hair on this side too. So let me trim her up. But I do want it hanging off a little, but not. No, that was a little extreme, Stacy. Okay, so there where we're at. We've got that base down, and then because I know I'm going to open this up this way, I want the paper that I put under. You don't have to put anything under here, but I liked having something under there, and I love her collage pages, and I'm going to put a little. I like the little torn effect, especially with grunge. So I'm going to put this little cutie down here, and let me figure out where I want to tear this. I want to tear it there, and that's going to go on the underneath part of this flap. I guess it's a flappy belly band. Okay, that's perfecto. So I need to tear a little bit off of. I want it to be centered, so I need to tear a little piece off of this. I like a wonky tear myself, especially with grunge. And then that's going to go right there. So let's ink that. And again, I'm liking the vintage photo because it's, for me, it really gives that grunge vibe. And then with the blue that's around the base of this this belly band, I like the way those two marry together, you know. I do, I do. All right. So there's that. And so when you open it, it's faced right way. So I'll do this one. I open it up, and I know I want to put, let's use this one because I love that grungy 4. Let's tear this here. Still looking. And I'm going to tear this here. And then that fits, should fit, right there. And yes, it does. So we're going to ink this. And yeah, I like layering a lot with almost just anything, you know. But with grunge especially, you know, with shabby too, you know. But just layering is my jam. Love that. Okay. Oh, don't want to do it upside down. All right. So it's pretty on the front side, and when you open it, it's pretty that way too. Yeah. And I want it to be directional. So when I open it, it's right. You know, I'm looking at it right. Okay. Now the next thing that I did when I created this other one is I used my little card thing, and I make little notches. I saw it on a video like, I don't know, eons ago. And when I very first started doing this, and I use that as my guide, and I flip it over, and then I'm even on it on both sides. When I first started junk journaling, I was like, how do they do that on both sides? I'm like, that you could cut your triangle and then use your little piece, you know, on either side. But the reason I didn't do that is because I got cheesecloth hanging off of it. So it's harder to use it. So this card thing is kind of a godsend. And then that way I'm creating that little spot where, and I don't know, it almost reminds me of like a policy closure. I think that, or button and string closure. I've heard people call it different things. Yeah. So there we go. So now we've got it where we've got our little let me ink that part. And I'm using the blue to ink this part. There we go. There she goes. And then we'll decorate that. But before we do that, let's set our eyelets. I chose these eyelets. On the last one, I used some brassy, you know, like antique colored eyelets. On this one, I'm going to go for it and use these green ones. But I like to get my my center. I find my center, because I'm not good with finding the center of nothing. So I mark my center on both of these little flappy things. I'm not good with terms either, you'll find. I'm like, okay, it's a flappy thing, it's a thingy. Yeah. Oh, get on my nerves with that. I need to do the know the terms, Stacy. Okay, and then I use my crocodile, and I'm going to set my eyelet. And yeah, I think this green eyelet's going to really pop on here. So let me set this eyelet. Oops. Almost lost my eyelet on the floor. So we're going to set this eyelet. And yeah, that green looks really, really good on there. I like that. I like it, like it. Yeah, I happen to have these two left. I don't know where I got those. Imagine my sister gave them to me. Knowing her. We're going to set this eyelet. Oh, yeah, I love these little green eyelets. They're good. I don't know how grungy these little green ones are, but I'll grunge up everything and it'll be just fine. But I sure like them. Oh, that looks lovely. That's lovely. There we go. And then I looked at, you could use your seam binding or whatever you have, but I thought the little jute twine looked pretty near good. I saw Rachel in her opening video do that. Okay, now look, this looks just fine, just like it is. But I went ahead and embellished this one a little bit more, added some lace, and behind my little images, the fussy cuts that she has in the both of them, Angela and Rach, have in their kit. So you can embellish it, you know, quite a bit, but it looks great. So we'll move on to this part. This part, make sure when you do this though, that you flip this, because why do I say that? Because the first time when I was making the example or the prototype, yeah, I didn't do that. I did it upside down. So flip it this way and you'll know right side up. But you probably already know that. But you know, Stacey Nell learns from mistakes. And I'm going to basically collage my thing here. And I'm going to use my vintage photo to do that. Oh, but first, yeah, let's put down some lace. I have this yellow lace in my shop, and it is perfecto for this project. And I'm going to have it dancing off the side there. So let's cut us a little strip of this. I get a lot of real estate out of this lace because I'll just use one section at a time, you know. All right. So we're going to glue that down on one side. And, you know, make it a lace grungy belly band here. That's what we're going to do. And I love this lace from our shop. But it's perfect, you know, to go with this kit for sure. All right. And then on the other side, I could go ahead and do matchy and do yellow lace on that side too. But no, I'm not going to. We're going to get some other lace that I have in my shop. What if I used our little sky blue lace? That might look pretty cool. I think I'll do that. We have this really pretty sky blue lace that goes really good with this kit too. All right. There we go. Right now it's looking like a hot mess, but we're going to make it look pretty. Okay. And then we're going to start doing the layering with the papers. Let me see which way I want to do this. I'm going to do this on this side. And I'm just going to collage papers and cover up my base here and have something to build off of. Oh, I love this. Okay. Now Rachel and Angela did such a good job with these papers. So I'm using I think this is from Rachel's. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't know to which designer did this one. They're both equally gorgeous. And the links to the kits are going to be in the description. if you don't already know about them, and they're discounted. I think it's 40% maybe, but it's a good deal. So the links to the kits are going to be in the description, and there's going to be a link tree link in the description too, that'll help you navigate this collaboration. You know, it gives you it's just the one-stop shop where you can go to that link tree that Rachel set up, and it'll take you everywhere you need to go. All right, and I've just tore a whole bunch of the papers, and I'm going to just begin to lay these down. And I try to ink the parts that I know are going to be seen because it's grungy. So I'm going to get a first I did down the lace, you know, because I wanted it, I told y'all I like it to hang off and to dance off. So first I did the lace, and now I'm doing the pretty papers. Yep. Let's find another. That looks good. There we go. And then we'll layer down some layer. Me and my Texas accent. We will layer some pretty stuff to kind of complete this. On the one I made before I came here, I did sew on it, but you know, you don't have to sew. If you don't sew, it's all good. I'm not gonna sew on this one because I want to show you that you don't have to sew, you know. And then to grunge it up, I like using the corrugated paper. I just took a cardboard box and tore it up. This, I saw Klebat do this in her video too, and I was like, oh, girlfriend, I love it. I love it. I love using corrugated. And when I use corrugated paper, I tear both sides because it makes it thinner, you know, and not as bulky. Yeah. That's kind of my thinking on it. And I'm going to ink the one side of my corrugated that you'll see with the vintage. Yeah. But yeah, when I first started using corrugated, I'd only, you know, get down to the one side that was corrugated, and then I'd use it, right? But I was finding that it was really bulky in my projects. And so I started, you know, doing it on both sides so that it wouldn't be so bulky. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I love it already. And then to add to the whole grunge effect, I'm going to add a little piece of a book page from my shop. There we go. Yeah, and y'all don't forget about the giveaways that we have, or that Rachel has. If you like and comment on all the videos, and of course it helps me, it helps everybody if you subscribe too, you know. But you know, if you'll do that on every day's videos, then you're in the big drawing that's at the end. Yeah. And I know that my sister and I, we're proud to and honored to be a part of the giveaways. But I don't even know how many how many prizes there are, but there's a lot. All right. And then I'm going to lay this down. But I still want to see my paper right there. A lot of that paper, I didn't know if I was going to see it or not, you know? I'm a big one about covering everything up. All right. But with grunge, it's just so cool because just almost anything goes, you know? Just throw in the kitchen sink, you know? And this happens to be a garden book. Well, it's a book on roses. Yeah. All right. And then I'm going to take some elements from her from the kits, and I'm going to layer down some laces, more laces from the shop. There's all my tags I got to go in it, and I'm gonna find all the things I want to use. I like these little circles that she had. Maybe I'll use that. I liked this Oscar Wilde label that she had in there. And we'll maybe do something like that. And then let's pick out some of these. I like this. I like to do long pieces. Long pieces, and I like to mix the the shapes of things myself. Okay, I like that really, really good. All right, let's ink this all up. But yeah, I was when I first started when I saw Camelia's video on this, I was like, I wonder if, I mean, it's gorgeous and I loved it, but I thought, wow, I wonder if it would work if I wrapped it all the way around, you know. So let's add some lace behind this label. And yeah, I like to make sure things are cut kind of wonky. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I like that. So let's put some cheesecloth behind this one. Let me just get it out. Maybe just off on one side there. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Finally get it together. There we go. And then we're done, you know. I mean, I could embellish those little flaps on the other side, but they're really kind of pretty just on their own. I don't have to, you know. But I generally tend to just keep going half the time. And I'm just going to lay this little puppy down without, well, do I want some cheesecloth behind this one? No, I don't. We'll just lay this down. There we go. And then let's add a button for good measure. Maybe right here, smack in the middle. I like to sew my buttons on on fabric or onto book pages, and adds that little touch of layering. There we go. Oh, that's really pretty good. I like that pretty good. Let me get all this mess out of the way, and let's put it on one of the journal pages I have. All right. Glue, topper on the glue. And let's see what we come up with here. What did we do? Where are my journal pages? Just see how this worked out. All right. So, pick a page, any page, and see what we think. Oh my goodness. I think I love it. I think I do want to add some layers to that, but I won't keep y'all today. And then maybe I glue this to this page, and maybe I leave it just like it is, But the thing is to tie that up there. And you could use seam binding or ribbon or whatever you choose, I'm going to use this jute twine stuff because it's kind of grungy, And then voila. And then we'll fill her up. I had pre-done some tags and cards and stuff. There we go. Maybe I'll cut off some of the string. I'm bad at bows, guys. It's a struggle, me and bows. All right, but you get the idea. And there is that. And then let's say we put this pretty tag in here, like that. Have that kind of dancing off there. Have that dancing off there. And maybe I put a card in here, like so. And then on this side, I have this one, maybe, this tag. And I pick another card. Yeah, let's do this card. And we'll put that in there. And then voila, there it is. I think it's going to be good in theory, but in practice, I think it's going to be good to glue this part down like you would a traditional belly band, and it'll keep it from slipping around. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do for sure. But yeah, that's my wraparound belly band using the Garden Story papers for the RachandBella Crafts Crafting a Garden Story collaboration. Yeah, I hope that this has inspired you today. These papers are breathtaking. So if you don't already have them, go look down in the description and get the links. And yeah, it's a good time to get them because they're discounted for you. Yeah, and I can't be more grateful to Rachel for allowing and inviting me to be in this collaboration. I have had a blasty blast. And yeah, but this is my wraparound belly band for the lace belly bands that, was my prompt for the day. But, mine, of course, was grungy. I can't wait to see what Cheryl's does with her shabby. I guess mine's a little shabby and grungy, right? It's a shabby grunge. But you got your lace, your grunge. Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting. I really had a great time. And it was lace belly bands and blooms. So yeah, there you go. That is the wraparound belly band. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. And like I'd said, if you'd like to hit subscribe, that would be just super duper amazing. Thank y'all. And but the biggest thing is follow along with everybody's videos and get in on the giveaways. And yeah, a comment means the world to all of us YouTubers. It really, really does. Yeah, there's all of these amazing ladies that have been and will be involved in the collaboration. Yeah, and yeah, but a comment means the world to us. And you know, and if you like this video, a like and a thumbs up will be super duper amazing too. I am so grateful. Thank y'all so much. Oh my gosh, you guys are outstanding, and you inspire me. You know, when I'm seeing you on the in our groups and stuff. I love our community so very much. And I adore everybody. And again, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Bella. And I look forward. I can't wait to see what Cheryl's is going to do. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.